Hey, what is going on, guys? What's going on? This big box with a big old handle on here is, of course, the Star Abyss kit, which does come in two different colors. I'm going to be taking a look here today at the orange and white kind of original color scheme, as this is basically a version of the Harut Gundam. But the kit is also, of course, available in black and purple. And as you can see, the box is very large, so this is going to be a 1/100 scale sort of master grade style model kit. If you guys remember, actually, kind of funny story, a long time ago, long time ago, I did actually build a 1/44 scale version of this mobile suit, and that was also kind of like a third-party release. And that kit was not so great, but I'm expecting much better things for this one. It does look really nice. Of course, we have a ton of stuff in here, so let's go ahead and get into it for today's video. So this box being particularly large here with some really cool artwork on the front. There you can see the Gundam basically with all the little bits also flying around there. On this side, we have this cool front view there of the kit. Around on the opposite side, it's the back view there, so that's cool. And then on the back side of the box here, a couple of large images of, looks like the kit or a CG render, I'm not exactly sure. It looks like just like an enhanced photograph of the kit there, and then you can also see it transformed as well. On the top of the box here, you also have this cool exploded view showing you all the different parts and like the kind of inner frame inside. So let's go ahead and get this popped open here. Ooh, all right, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. It looks like this is our instruction manual near the top. That's good. This is interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, just because it obviously doesn't have anything on the front or the back. But number two, this is actually like a bound manual. It's that thick. This goes to page 62, so it's going to be quite lengthy, and it looks like it's in color, sort of. Here's our parts list at the front. The back inside pages there, some QR codes there, and our like decal guide here, where all the decals are going to go around on different areas of the kit. That's all in color. Everything else in between, when it comes to like the end here, mounting the weapons and effect parts, building the base and everything else, you can see like has color highlighted sections. All of the general construction is here in black and white, and there's just kind of little highlighted bits there in red for you to let you know like where some parts go together. So, and interestingly, it looks like for each section of the build, it's not only telling you what runners are going to be needed for this section, but it's even telling you the parts. So like from the A2 runner, you're going to use all these parts. From the C1 runner, you're going to use all these parts. So that's definitely going to make my life a lot easier in terms of just getting all the parts cut out in order to do the build for this. So I certainly appreciate that. Well, let's go ahead and see what else we got in here. We got a whole bunch of other stuff in here, like some screws in this little bag. We got some LED bits and some batteries there for those. We've got a big spool of this clear tubing there for the effect parts, and then some other little parts here for the clear stands for holding up the effect parts. It looks like it there as well. In this box here, it's actually going to be our metal parts for the frame. So there is going to be a bunch of these metal parts that are going to go in for the inner frame of the kit. And then our stickers and decals here. It looks like we've got a good amount of these. For our foil stickers, there's a whole bunch in this really reflective metallic finish here. So it looks like a bunch for like different eyes and camera bits, and a bunch of these like mirror finish ones that are probably going to go underneath different clear parts. So those should actually look really nice there on the kit. And then we've got 2 sheets of water slide decals. So we're going to have a whole lot of these. And it does look like they're broken up into sections. So like these are going to be ones here probably for like on the backpack and some like larger equipment areas. And this smaller sheet has a bunch here that are just going to go around on the main kit there, it looks like. So a lot of different smaller caution markings, and these are all going to be in white, orange, and gray, it looks like. And then for the display base, we've got our large base plate here, and like this is the parts there for that. And then a couple of runners of like the actual effect, like the stand arm there for that. You can see some pretty large parts in there, so it does kind of give you an idea of just kind of how big the stand is going to be and how large the kit is going to be. This clear runner here as well for all of the effect parts, and some more parts there for the display. And then a whole bunch of runners. So starting off with the A runner here is in white. We've got 2 of those. The B runner as well, some more parts here in white. Runners C and D are here in orange, and it looks like we do have 2 different shades of orange. You can see the C runner is definitely like a little bit more kind of pure orange, where runner D is a little bit of like a lighter orange color, kind of like yellow orange almost. For runner E here, we've got some parts in black. Runner F is a bunch of parts here in gray. Then runner G, we've got some more parts here in white, and definitely a lot of nice detail I'm seeing around on these bits. Runner H is some more inner frame parts here, as you can see there in a kind of medium gray color. Runner I, we have 2 of for some more parts for the inner frame. Runners J1, which we have 2 of, and then runner J2 are here for not exactly polycaps, but some parts that are going to act a bit like polycaps there for the kit, essentially. Runner K then is some parts here in clear green, as you can see, some parts for like the GN condenser areas. Runner L is a larger runner there in this really nice plated dark silver, and then same thing here for runner N as well. Those parts look really cool. Same thing here for runner N, some more plated dark silver parts there. Runner O we have 2 of, and it's in a plated bright silver, and you can kind of see the difference here between the 2 of those colors. So those are going to look really nice for some accents on the inner frame. Runner P as well, we've got 2 of, and some more plated parts there in silver. Looks like the back, these are actually not plated on the back side, and it's just regular white plastic. So the plating of the silver is just here on the one side. Runners Q1, which we have 2 of, and then runner Q2 here are some more large parts there in black. Runner O2 is a little runner here with some nice protective bits on there to protect these parts, some more plated silver bits. Runner N2 is in this separate little baggie. It's just this one little plated purple part. It's like a metallic purple plated part there for the faceplate. Runners R1 and R2 here, a bunch of larger parts in this dark gray color there. Same thing here for runner R3. These are definitely parts that are going to go around on like the backpack equipment. Runners S1 and S3 are basically all of our hand parts. S3 obviously being the hand covers, S1 being all of the other hand parts here, and it looks like we're going to have a variety of different fixed pose swappable hands. And then all of these T runners are here in orange. We've got 2 of runner T1, 2 of runner T2, 2 of runner T3. So just a whole bunch more orange parts here, obviously, and then you can see the parts for the bits, of course, there, and some larger sections there on runner T3. And again, if you look closely, it does look like runner T3 is actually in a slightly different color orange, a little bit lighter, kind of pale orange in comparison to the more pure orange that we have on the first couple of T runners. And then we've got 4 of the U runner for some more parts here in that lighter orange color. There's a whole bunch of those. And then we've got the V runners, all here in a medium gray. So here's runner V1, a ton of really nice detail on there. Runner V2 here, similar, but kind of like the opposite version of some of those parts. Runner V3, we have 2 of there. Runner V4, we also have 2 of. Here's runner V5. Again, a lot of really large parts here on these. Runner V6, that one we also have 2 of. And then runner V7 we have 1 of. And runner V8 we have 2 of. Runner X1 here, some more parts in clear green, a whole bunch of them. Where runners X2 and X3 are much smaller. X2 is some clear parts there for like the canopy and a few other just plain clear parts. X3 is just a couple of red parts there for the kit. And lastly here, runner Y we have 2 of for some more parts here in clear green, and that's it. So there's a lot of kit here. Let me go ahead and get started working on this, and we'll check it out. Alright guys, as you can probably tell, this kit is huge. Here it is all built up. Now this is just the main body, and it's quite large. Really nice build on this one. Has a really good weight to it as well because of those metal parts. And obviously this is just the simple body. We have a ton more stuff. This is like maybe half the kit. There's the whole backpack and all the weapons and equipment and everything else we're going to be taking a look at here. But as you can see, the kit itself looks awesome. It just looks really good. The details, the color separation on there with like the multi-tone white, the multi-tone orange there as well is subtle, but it's really nice. Let's first talk about the base here, because there's a ton to go over. First of all, the base does open up here at the bottom there like that, so you have some storage, which is great for storing little like some of your extra little parts, hand parts, little option parts and stuff like that. So nice to have that little bit of storage there. And the base is pretty simple, pretty cool design on that, but it actually has a really cool gimmick as to how it works. So to raise the kind of main arm here, you're actually just going to turn this, and as you turn this here, you can see it's going to raise up the angle of that. And then similarly, this dial here on the back, when you turn that, it will extend out the length of the arm here. So you get the idea with that. And then for the angle of this top bit here, this has this style part where you push this button through, and then that frees up this articulation. And then when you get it to the angle that you want, you just push it back to the other way, and then it's locked into place. Now, as you can see, we have this connection bit for plugging into the mobile suit. Alternatively, when you want to plug on just like the backpack, you have like a different attachment part that you can use here for that. But we'll come back to that in a minute. We have a couple of options for the head. So basically you have 2 completely separate head options. You can kind of choose between the 2. This one does look really cool. Then you have this one here with like this clear visor over the eyes there. And I did use the stickers for like the cameras and stuff for the eyes as well. And you do have options for some of those. You can either use green or purple for the stickers, like for the head cameras and stuff. Also for here on the bottom of the feet, I opted for the green ones, but you can also opt for purple there as well. Aside from these two different head options here, you also have the option of basically using a different set of parts for like the fins there, and then that will allow you to use this additional kind of mask part that then goes kind of on the front of there, but this doesn't fit on with these. So you have to swap out those yellow V-fin parts for a different set of 4 of those, and then you can use this face mask part here like this as well. But I'm gonna stick with this head for mine, although I do really like the kind of like 6-eyed version here that you have with this one as well. Anyway, for the hand option parts, they're just going to be fixed pose, swappable hands here, so you have a set of closed fists. We also have this set of open expressive hands here, a set of finger pointing hands like that, which could be kind of cool. And then basically 4 different sets of holding hands, all for the left and the right side, and they're just going to be like slightly different in shape for holding different weapons. So you can see this one here has that tab in the palm. This one here is more at an angle with the thumb up, probably for holding like a sword, I think, if I remember correctly. This one has the trigger finger extended there slightly for holding onto the gun, and this one also has a tab in the hand for holding onto a sword, just kind of more of like a straight angle. Now let's talk about equipment. Here is one of our leg parts here. So it's a really cool system how it's going to work to swap the leg. Actually, here on the knee, you have to like pop out the knee that will pull forward a little bit, and then you can basically just remove the leg from the knee down there. It slides off. This is a long metal rod there, and then you're just going to basically plug this on instead of that, so you're just basically swapping the whole lower leg. And this thing is monstrous. It has some really cool parts here. The front part will open up. You can lift that up. You can kind of adjust the angle of this part there inside. These side panels will also open up here. You can kind of move those to the side a bit to see more of the cool interior there as well. The GN drives here at the bottom of the legs is where you have some LEDs that those are meant to light up. The battery seems to be dead in this one, unfortunately, but I can show you here on this one. So when you touch that with the magnet, that should light up like that. There you can see, and that'll go through a cycle to kind of look like it's sort of spinning there like that. So pretty cool. Battery powered LEDs are nice. I would definitely prefer something that's like actually wired that you could plug in, like a LED or something like that. You just have a couple of LEDs here for this, but those ones do look really cool once they get to spinning there like that. And just in general, I mean, again, just the overall design and the details on this, the clear green parts there on the side, there's detail everywhere, and it just looks really, really good. Just the colors and everything on this. The knee part here then will open up, and this is going to be one of our storage spots for one of our 12, well, actually a couple of our 12 little bits here. These will just work like that. Really cool little bits. There's a few different places that these are going to be stored around in the equipment, and these little guys each have their own clear effect part here like this that will hold them. And then if you remember, we have that long spool of wire that you can cut down to whatever length that you want. There's way more than you would need, so you can definitely cut those down, but that will just then plug into the wire here. So you can have those flying around, and they're small and light enough that the wire will hold them up just fine. Like they'll definitely bounce a little bit there, but they won't be like sagging down from the weight or anything like that. So whether you wanted to have them open or closed, the wire will work well for that. And then we've got our part here for the display base. So this will actually connect onto the back of the arm of the display base, and all the wires will all go into here. So you have 12 spots, 6 on each side, for the 12 bits to be flying around. If you wanted to have all of those flying around, we'll definitely take a look at that here in just a minute. And then of course, we haven't even gotten to the backpack yet. This thing is insane. It's huge. Here you have the main center section, and then these 2 parts here off to the side that will be connected onto the back. So this has a bunch of functions in here as well. First of all, that clear canopy there on the top looks really cool, and these ones here at the back, actually these will open up. You pop that open there, and you got that cool clear green part and that metallic silver part inside there. Back here to the missile pod section, each one of these doors opens individually. You can pop all those open to see all of the orange little missiles inside there. You can get those all open like that, so that's really awesome. And then on the underside here as well, these doors will also open up, and then I think these are also supposed to be like missiles or bombs or something here at the back that can be dropped out at the bottom of that missile pod there. On these side parts here, this part will drop down like that, and you've got this part that kind of sticks out the back that you can adjust the angle of there like that. Here on the side, these are going to be mounting points for the weapons that can be stored there on the side of that. And then on the top, this is going to be once again an area where you not only have more missiles, but where you can store more of the bits here in the backpack right there as well. So it's basically going to be 3 here and 3 on the other side and 3 in each knee, giving you a total of 12 that you can store. And so for our main weaponry then, we have a pair of GN sword rifles. These are really, really cool. Love the sticker there with that metallic part under the clear part. Looks really awesome. And of course, these can open up like that. They can just be held in the hand like a rifle using that handle, or when closed up or open up, I guess you can then just hold it as like a sword too. So it can either be a sword or a rifle, your choice. You can have it open, closed, however you want to have that. And I think I misspoke. I'm sorry, those are the slash scissors. These are the sword rifles. Anyway, you might confuse them. They're both kind of act in the same way, where this can be acting as a rifle or held this way and act as a sword. This will also open up. So I mean, functionally, they're going to work very similarly. And they're just going to kind of basically do the same thing. We have those cool clear green parts on the inside. Also, real quick guys, one more thing I forgot to mention is that this also will pop up like that, revealing like the little clear green part there for the camera on the top. So that extends up to make the rifle. And I should mention both of these weapon options are going to be quite long, with each one coming in at around 20 centimeters in total length there. So these can both be stored on the backpack, but then our third weapon option here is actually a combination of 2 of the cutting blade wings here. So these can be of course attached onto the backpack as well and sort of act as additional wings, or you can connect them together like this to make this huge surfboard style slashing weapon here. I'm not sure the hand is really going to be able to hold this up. I mean, this is big and heavy, but the kit is really sturdy, so I think it'll probably be okay. This is massive though. This weapon end to end is going to be coming out to around 39 centimeters in total length. But of course you can pop these apart, and then this part is just kind of an added part in between you need to remove. So separately it just makes 2 big sword kind of weapons like this. Now the way the handle is, I guess you just meant to hold on like that, and I don't really kind of know how you're gonna like swing it that way. Seems like you need to like swing it that way, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to hold on to it kind of like that, as the manual kind of only really shows how to hold this weapon when they are connected together. And that just being that when they're connected like this, then you hold onto this handle and just kind of use this as just a gigantic, massive sword. I mean, it's really weird to even kind of call it a sword, with it just being like essentially just using its wings as a massive sword type of weapon anyway. So that's pretty much everything as far as the accessories go. You do also have this additional stand here that has screws along multiple points of articulation that is just going to help to kind of hold up weapons, I think, as this can be just plugged in anywhere of these hard points in the base there. So it just can be used as like kind of an extra little support arm if you need. The kit does have an actual transformation where you can kind of transform the arms and the chest basically. Just kind of folds up the top half and kind of locks some parts of the bottom half in place, just to basically just kind of lock it up. Looking like that, and then kind of combined with the backpack for like a high-speed sort of flight mode, I guess. Not really gonna mess with that, to be honest. But a couple of cool things to point out here with the main body there. These shoulder parts do also kind of open up like that, revealing some more of the cool green parts there on the inside here on the back of the arms as well. This part will kind of pop open like that, and you can actually kind of like slide that back a little bit. Again, I think revealing sort of like either some sort of gun or something there. I don't know exactly what that's meant to be. Sort of like a GN Vulcan or something like that there in the arms, and again some more clear parts there. So a really cool gimmick, and then I like how that closes up really nice and cleanly there. Fantastic articulation overall everywhere, with like a nice double joint there in the arms. Nice double joint here in the knee. The lack of side skirt armor just means that that's not going to be in your way. And then also here you see when you bend the knee, that armor piece on the top of the thigh is going to move with the knee bend there as well. That's really cool. Just really nice detail. Again, just kind of everywhere around on this kit, and it just feels super solid in hand. These front skirts will move on ball joints. These tiny little back skirts will move. And here you can see it's a metal part for the attachment to the backpack. So the backpack actually doesn't attach onto the back. The back is just kind of plain and flat there, but the attachment point is here, and it's metal, so it should be pretty solid. Again, even here on like the side of the torso there, really cool detail with that silver part and the clear green inside. So it just looks really nice. Down here at the feet, you got toe bend. The toe will point down. Again, I showed you that sticker there on the bottom of the feet, but some nice detail here on the bottom of the feet as well. You can point the whole foot down there like that. This part here moves. this part moves. And even on the top of the shoulder, see a really cool detail there as well. So let's go ahead then and just take a look at the kit here in a few different poses, a few of the different ways that you can choose to outfit this thing. But in a word, this kit is just epic. This is one of the most massive kits that I've built in a while, and it's just in terms of like the size and the part count and just the complexity and just like the size of the equipment and the weapons and everything about this kit is just, it's a big kit. It's gonna take you a while to put together, which I think is awesome. I think that, you know, that's kind of what you're buying when you get a kit, is you're buying kind of the time that it's gonna take you to enjoy the building process. And it is an enjoyable building process. It's a lot of parts and it's really complex, and the fit is really good too. So it's not like you're gonna be spending a lot of time, you know, fighting with parts that don't fit quite right and stuff like that. It's just gonna take you a long time to build, just because there's just a lot of stuff to build with this, which I think is great. And honestly, I was a little bit nervous going into this, just after having, you know, like kind of PTSD from last time I built a third-party Harut kit. It was like years ago, building the 144 scale kit that came out a long time ago. That kit was not very good, but this kit is awesome. It's amazing. So definitely recommend it to you guys. As a lot of you probably know, there are two different color versions of this. There's this color version, which is kind of the original like white, orange, black color version. There's also like a dark purple version too, which is kind of interesting. I definitely prefer this color version myself, but honestly guys, between just the like how great the kit is on its own, and you have the massive backpack parts, the leg equipment parts, all the different weapons that you have here, the rifles, the swords, the GN bits that you can have displayed out flying around, being able to store little extra bits in the base, I mean in the display base. I mean the display base on its own is actually pretty nice. I mean it's pretty standard as far as display bases go, in that it's just kind of one solid color. You know, it would have been cool to see some more like color separation, different color parts used for the base. It's not all just like one color, but of course you can go in and paint that, or even just like bring out some of the little details, like little detail painting or something, or even just dry brushing on the base. Just gonna bring out those details would be pretty cool. But like the functionality of the base is pretty cool, how it uses like turn dials to make the adjustments on that, so that's even pretty interesting there as well. And yeah, just back to like the weight of the kit, again, just it has a really nice weight to it. It's very solid, feeling very heavy in hand, so it's a really satisfying feel to it. And honestly guys, just cannot recommend this kit enough. Definitely check it out if you get the chance. I know here at US Gundam Store, we got a handful of them in. I believe they're all sold out already, just like immediately. Just we didn't get a whole lot of them in. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more for you guys, because I'm sure there's a lot of you that maybe missed the opportunity to pick it up. Now maybe after seeing the kit here in a bit more detail, you're interested in picking one up. So hopefully we'll be able to get some more. Definitely keep an eye out for that. But awesome kit here. If you guys have any other further questions about it, or if there's anything else that I missed, do feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys as always for watching. Like I said, you can check out this kit and more at the link in the video description below there at US Gundam Store. You can always, if it is sold out, you can always click the little reminder there to make sure you get an email reminder if it comes up for pre-order, if we get more in stock or something. So you can tick that box just to get a reminder by email. And as always guys, if you enjoyed the video, you can leave a like. If you're not yet subscribed yet, you can subscribe there down below as well. And I appreciate you checking out the video here today. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Bye guys.